So in Lost Records Bloom and Rage, Tape 2, you want to be all about Autumn and get that first love status in 1995 and the best possible ending in 2022. Well, great, because that's what we're doing in this video. I'm going to show you that and all of the positive hearts you can get with Autumn in Tape 2. If by the end of Tape 1, your status isn't something more with them, definitely check out my Tape 1 romance score to see how you could boost that up to something more. And technically you could start with BFFs. You just want to really make sure you're on the high end of BFFs. So I recommend going back to Tape 1, boosting that up to something more before you get started here.
Thanks.
Okay, let's get started in 2022, Scene 2, The Lock.
What is it? Just thinking.
Right away, definitely pick We Should Talk About Cat. Not only does this give you a heart for Autumn, but it also opens up more conversation.
You read my mind.
The rest of this scene has a lot of negatives and positives and neutral points, and it's really hard to tell which one goes to either Autumn or Nora because there are so many different factors and that go into the statuses and the checkpoints. So for this first one, Kat was chasing her dreams is definitely the safest for both. It's a positive heart, and based on their responses, it feels like it would be a heart for both of them.
You're right about that. She always had a lot of conviction.
It feels like it was worth it for her is a positive for Nora and a negative for Autumn.
If I knew she was sick, I wouldn't have gone along with it.
So don't pick that one just in case. And the concert was a nightmare has only a positive. It's definitely a positive for Nora because it validates her feelings.
I felt like such an idiot. I just wish Kat had told us she was sick.
It could be a heart for Autumn, but based on how she responds, I think it's still just safest to say Kat was chasing her dreams here. All the options you have next will give positive hearts. Again, going with the safest option, I feel like
She'd be happy that we came together.
is probably the best for both of them.
For all of us.
But really, any of these are probably fine for Nora and Autumn. None of these are going to make or break your score at the end, and they're all positive hearts anyway, no negatives.
Remember us.
After reading the note,
It's from Kat.
it's almost like Kat is still here is the only option with positive points.
It's her.
But Autumn doesn't respond at all, so it's hard to tell if it's a positive heart for her or not. I lean toward it only being a point for Nora, but it doesn't hurt, so might as well just pick it. And last in the scene, it's just you and Autumn after Nora leaves. So you'd think the points would only go to Autumn, but if you pick, we'll open it with or without here, it's clear that Autumn gets a positive and Nora gets a negative.
Agreed.
So I would actually stick with that one for Autumn because that's a clear, defined answer. Because if you pick she's overwhelmed, it might just be a positive for Nora based on Autumn's sad look and kind of neutral response here.
That's fair.
Just my opinion though. Again, these points in this scene were the hardest to figure out because it's furthest away from any checkpoints and there really were difficult kind of indications of who is for who. So use your best judgment on these ones. Okay, enough with the ambiguity. Let's get some definitely known points in Scene 3, Alone Again. Not only do we have a lot of point opportunities in this scene, we also have some delicious romance checkpoints here. Check out the Tape 2 romance checkpoint video for more on those and also how having a very close relationship score in this scene can kind of live action change things up while you're in the scene. Okay, but back to the highest scores. First up, go over and talk to Twiglet.
Hi, Twiglet.
Choose I Wish Autumn Was Here, of course.
I wish Autumn was here.
Then score some serious points with Autumn by calling her.
You've reached the Lockharts, Maddie, Autumn, and Daryl.
First pick, This Is Swan.
Hey, Autumn.
Then either I wanted to make sure you're okay or I miss you.
I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
I miss you might be worth more points than the other, but testing shows it doesn't really matter.
I miss you.
Oh, and make sure to call her either first or second. If you called 2 other people before Autumn, Swan's mom interrupts and you can't actually leave the message.
No more calls, Swan.
Just attempting the call still opens up some dialogue options in Scene 6 of Tape 2, but you won't have that opportunity for these extra points. Okay, let's go to Scene 5, An Empty Cabin. Walk over to the beach on the side of the cabin and then further back to sit in this boat for a moment of calm. Here, Swan will remember a conversation with Autumn.
This summer's been the best ever.
Depending on how you answer it, it shapes the conversation and the hearts. If you have, I'm glad you dumped him, choose that for a positive.
You always make me feel better.
If you don't have it though, the other options don't give negatives, so they should be safe. Then hopefully you have Now You've Got Me, which is unlocked if you have a high Autumn score. Choose that for a positive.
You don't need Dean. Now you've got me.
If not, you can also pick You're Too Good for Dean or You'll Find Someone Better for positives.
I bet you'll find someone else.
But you probably want to go raise up that score with Autumn, so I'd watch the Tape 1 romance score video with her and kind of follow along with that guide. Scene 6, Pieces of Autumn. Autumn's big scene in 2022 and 1995. There's so much here, not only to increase and kind of solidify your love almost, but also her whole panic attack, and that shapes a huge part of the rest of the game. So we're gonna go through all of it, just focusing on positive heart opportunities. First, we start out in 2022. Make sure to ask Autumn,
Is everything okay?
this gives you a positive heart, but it also opens up more dialogue.
Deep breaths.
Next, answer, You're Not Alone here.
We're in this together, okay?
Thanks.
And then when Autumn asks you to play a game, definitely play along.
Wanna play a game with me?
Don't stay silent ever in any of these. First of all, it's just rude. And second, then you miss out on hearts. All 4 of the first options give hearts, so pick any of those. Second, either Autumn's dope jacket or the wobbly barstool one give you positives. The others are neutral. And then third, neither of the Gus ones give you a heart for some reason, so make sure to either pick ketchup or mustard if you want a positive there.
Mustard.
Playing this game in 2022 also opens up one more positive heart opportunity in 1995, which you may or may not use. Still in 2022, Autumn will then want to tell you about her difficult experiences back then with the group.
Remember those times when I got left out?
These options might be different depending on your previous choices, but regardless, just don't pick, but we never meant to leave you out, because that's a negative. All of the rest will actually give you no hearts, but it's better than a negative. Then definitely follow up with, I'm so sorry, Autumn, for a positive.
Thanks for letting me vent.
Okay, still scene 6, but in 1995, the panic attack scene. And if you want to help Autumn with her panic attack, regardless of where you want your romance score to be, you really have very little wiggle room here to make a mistake and give sort of negative interactions. So I would, no matter what, whether you're going for a high love score or you're trying to just get through and help her successfully, reduce the intensity of her panic attack, definitely follow along and try to get all the positives. The first time there's a heart opportunity is here. Definitely pick We Should Stick Together. That's the only positive option.
It's not that easy.
Then when Autumn's packing her toothbrush,
Ugh, my crap's everywhere.
pick I'll help if that's what you want.
Thanks.
Now, go over to the toiletry area, and this is where you can do a little optional kind of thing. First of all, you want to pick the purple toothbrush. That is Autumn's favorite color. You should know that if you know Autumn so well, right? And because you know her so well, you also know 3 of her other items that are hers and not the other girls. That includes the hair lotion, the tampons, and the first aid kit. Grab those and nothing else. Don't grab anything else but the purple toothbrush and those extra 3 items. You know if you did it successfully if she says this.
Thanks.
And then,
I got some more. Thanks.
okay, great. Continuing on. If you did call her in tape 2, scene 3, and left that message, or didn't even leave the message, you will get an option, I tried to call you. You can pick that for a heart. Otherwise, I should have called you, or glad I ran into you, also give hearts.
I'm glad I at least ran into you here. Lucky timing, I guess.
Then pick I feel terrible.
You're not alone, Autumn.
We didn't know Kat would get hurt.
We tried to be careful.
Or if you use the fire extinguisher to break the lock in tape 1, scene 24, to get into the back area of the blue spruce, you can actually tell her that you shouldn't have broken into the bar.
I'm sorry.
All of those will give you positive hearts for Autumn.
Damn it.
Next up, it's time to find Autumn's magazine.
Could you grab it?
Pick I'll find it for you for a heart.
I'll find it.
And then take the highest score magazine. This one's a bit confusing because this magazine is the one that's in Autumn's area in earlier scenes in tape 1. But if you look at the back, it actually says it's Nora's magazine. It was technically hers that she brought. So it's kind of confusing there. So make sure you pick the highest score because Autumn loves video games. So of course that one's hers. Then you can also grab the zine as well. It's actually not clear to me if she's happy that you give her the zine, or if she's not, because it reminds her of Kat.
Fuck. Will I even get to give it to her now?
So I think just use your best judgment on this one, whatever you want to do, if you want her to have it or not. It doesn't seem to make or break anything. It does change what's in the secret box at the end of the game though, a little bit. Then as Autumn's panic attack starts up, a lot of locked choices or different choices can pop up. You should have "we're still best friends," right, which gives you a heart. If you have "we still can be friends," then that means your score isn't high enough. Go back. If you haven't gone back already yet, what are you doing? Go back and raise that score up. You're not gonna get first love unless you're just here for the panic attack. Then don't worry about it. But that one also gives you a positive, but you're likely not gonna get the first love status. If you actually did the word game in 2022, deep breaths will also be an option.
Deep breaths.
And this one's really great. If you made maybe a couple mistakes, got some negatives or some neutrals earlier in this scene, and you wanna kind of help her reduce the intensity, deep breaths kind of helps her reduce that intensity, even if you didn't get like perfect score before. You still have to get high in this scene, but it kind of can make up for some things.
And it usually did the trick.
But best friends, deep breaths all give positive hearts. And now you'll see how well you did at helping Autumn take down this intensity. This comparison shows how similar but also how different these are, and they're very slight. If you got this lesser intense version right away, you can actually pick hug here right away, and you will be successful by hugging her right here. She never even goes to the door.
Come on. Get in here.
If not, you'll likely need to watch a video
I've got some videos I wanted to show you.
and then play that meditation word game as well.
It's fun, I promise.
You also get more hearts here. So, hey, if we're kind of getting a max score with Autumn, might as well do it, even if you don't need to. So if you want those extra hearts, don't hug her right away. Even if you got a successful, intensity reduction, wait on that, show the video, do the meditation game, and then you'll be able to hug her in a little bit.
Okay. I'll bite.
So once you're in the game, first pick either board games you taught me or Autumn's sick poster for positives. Then Autumn questions the game, so make sure to tell her. You win if it helps you feel better.
If you say so.
Then choose either your comfy shirt or your cool shirt. If you helped Autumn clean out the fireplace in tape 1, scene 15, if she was one of the people you helped, you'll also get the option, the fireplace we cleaned. That's probably the best one because it's like a memory between the two of you, but all three of those will give hearts. Then the way home gives you a positive heart, but surprisingly, so does the knife game. And lastly, no cigarette smell or an old bed for the positives.
That's the game.
Cool.
So if you didn't do the hug right away thing, Autumn will always leave the door here. But if you were successful, she kind of responds a little bit differently. She says,
I just really gotta go.
instead of "I gotta bail."
Wait.
Then if you want to officially help her, which you should if you're romancing her, then hug her here at the door. Do it quick though. If not, and you kind of dilly-dally a bit, then she's just gonna leave after a while.
You're like impossible.
Okay, you helped her with her panic attack, and then she'll join you at the abyss. There are some major choices and checkpoints here, but the hearts come toward the end regardless of these choices. Once you get to this point, pick "They're beautiful." And if your score is high enough here, which it should be at this point, you'll also get another dialogue option that pops where you can move closer. Definitely pick that one. Okay, and while that was Autumn's big scene, in scene 6 out of 19, there are still a lot more scenes that are crucial to get that first love score with Autumn. So we're gonna keep going to scene 7. The beginning of scene 7 is just for 2022 Autumn. There are many different ways that this scene can go depending on the panic attack and other things. Assuming you helped her, because that's the path we're taking for a great loving relationship. If you get these options, pick "I felt like we could protect her" for a heart.
I felt like we could protect her.
And if you get this option, pick "This has felt better than expected" for a heart.
Same. I'm glad you feel that way.
But saying that, all other options just have no points associated with them at all. Okay, scene 10, Wishing on a Star, starts out with just Nora. But assuming you helped Autumn with the panic attack, she'll come later in the scene.
Hey.
Hey!
When she does, pick either "Nora was our decoy," which might be a point for Nora, but it seems like it's for Autumn or both of them.
That's kind of brave, actually.
And if you have the option, choose I tried to protect Kat.
Of course you did.
Then of course, pick hug Autumn for a heart there.
I missed you.
Okay, scene 11, The Gathering. We start out in 2022. If Nora is still there after going back inside, Autumn will say,
Thanks, Nor, for not bailing on us.
answer, we wouldn't ditch you, Autumn, for a heart.
We wouldn't leave you to open this alone, Autumn. She's right.
Then continue the conversation and say, I'd love to see you two again.
Oh, I'm so down.
Presumably for hearts for both of them. If Nora's not there, Autumn will say,
She bailed, didn't she?
answer, yeah, but I'm staying for a heart.
I'm glad.
And finally, you go back to 1995 and all four friends are together again for the first time in tape 2. Which of course makes it very difficult to figure out which hearts are dedicated to which person in both and maybe one and all that. But we're gonna do our best here.
Careful. Don't fall.
Answering I'm fine is the only positive heart option.
The abyss won't hurt me.
But Autumn doesn't seem to like this comment.
You're talking like it's alive or something.
And Nora doesn't respond at all. And it feels kind of cat-like, so this point might actually go to Kat. I say just do that one just in case, because at least it's not a negative and the other ones are either neutral or negative. Next, if you have a high score with Kat, you can answer this is her favorite place for a heart. If your score is low with Kat, instead you'll have she couldn't be lost. This also gives you a heart and same thing. It could go to Nora or Kat, I'm not sure. Either way, these are the safest to pick. Next for Autumn, answer either we don't have to stay, aren't you excited to see Kat, or as long as we're together, we're safe. All give positive hearts, but Autumn doesn't react great to any of them. Nora doesn't respond at all to any of them, and it's kind of neutral for like a extended Kat point situation. So my thought is that they go to Autumn. Just pick the one you like the most. This won't make or break anything. Later, when Autumn says she's been worried,
And I can't sit back and watch you hurt yourself again.
answer, we're worried about you, Kat, for a positive for Autumn, and possibly Kat. Or don't you trust us, Kat, for a positive for Autumn and a definite negative for Kat.
You can tell us anything.
Okay, scene 12, the anarchist dream. There isn't much here for Autumn, but there are some optional things you could do with her right away, maybe pre-vandalization. Go over here and initiate talking to Autumn and pick either of the first options. Depending on your earlier choices, Autumn will be either like really into this or more worried.
Corey's gonna be so pissed.
Either way, the hearts that appear here don't change. Even though it seems like they should, they don't. So pick, I agree, we should watch out for a heart. Autumn also seems to favor safe choices in the rest of the game. So if you want to, you could pick more of the obscene vandalization instead of the ominous. Doesn't seem to really affect your score, but if you're going along the Autumn path, it seems, right to do that versus more aggressive ones.
You don't sound too good.
And even though she wants you to set the fire instead of having Kat do it, this also doesn't seem to affect the final relationship status. So do what feels right to you. And if you are getting something unexpected, then maybe go back and try the other one just to see. But in any of my testing, it hasn't seemed to make a difference. But now, scene 14, the Coven. It's the infamous scene. It's the one we've been waiting for, or at least I've been waiting for. I don't know what you've been waiting for. For Autumn, this starts after you get Kat water and you all sit down. If you get these options, choose I was kind of scared for a positive for Autumn,
Same.
and very likely a negative for Kat. But if you get these options, choose I do it again for definitely a positive for Kat and possibly for Nora and or Autumn. The other dialogue option here is negative, so I think this one's just safer. Next, if you get these options, choose you're freaking me out, Kat, for a positive heart for Autumn, but a negative for Kat.
Seriously.
Then be careful if you get these options. If you pick to blow up Corey's bike, Autumn might react positively depending on some earlier choices.
Yeah. Good riddance.
But there's still a negative heart shown. Kat and Nora always react positively, so that negative is probably for Autumn. So don't pick that one just in case. You can also pick the Abyss did give us power for only a positive, maybe for Autumn. Then lastly, if you get these options, choose we couldn't let you go alone.
Yeah.
And now, the moment in 1995 we've all been waiting, or at least I've been waiting for, again and again. If all went well, as the dancing begins, you should see the option to dance with Autumn. If you don't see this option, I don't know what you've been doing. because you need just higher than a BFF. You need something more crush or first love at this point. And so that means if you don't see it, your BFF or below. What have you been doing? So start over. Just start over completely. Go back to the tape 1 romance score video and start over. So you should see the dance right here. Make sure to pick it. Don't ignore it. Don't dance alone, because if you do that, you cannot get that first love status at all. After you dance, you'll eventually get that option to kiss the person that you chose to dance with. Make sure to pick that as well, or you won't get that first love status either. And then, of course, kiss your love and get all giddy for this absolutely adorable first love teenage reminiscing moment. Okay, but we're not done yet for Autumn, because in scene 15, if Corey and Dylan enter the cabin, there are more hearts that you can get for Autumn. So scene 15, the wolf among us. In my opinion, these are only Autumn points here to sort of make up for what would have happened in the panic attack scene if you didn't quite get that right, because it's challenging. So it gives you a little bit more opportunity if you just had a first kiss with Autumn to make sure you're boosted up a little bit more here. Hey, not everybody knows what to do if someone's having a panic attack. So again, if they entered the cabin and you have these options, choose.
She was just trying to protect Kat from getting hurt again.
If you instead have these options, stay silent, or pick they're messing with us for no hearts. The other option is a negative for Autumn, so just stay silent or pick they're just messing with us. Then when Corey continues to get in Autumn's space, say either, are you okay?
Are you okay, Autumn? Yeah.
Or don't touch her.
Don't touch her.
For another Autumn point, Swan the Protector. Assuming you followed along, you should now have the best 22 ending for Autumn and the first love status in 1995. And of course, if you didn't get the results that I'm talking about here today, definitely let me know in the comments. It's possible there's some combinations I didn't try in testing. Okay, bye for now.